Hi everyone, today's video is a fall inspired makeup tutorial, but before we jump into the tutorial, as you can see, I decided to show you my Ipsy bag for the month of October. The reason being is because during the tutorial I will actually be using a lot of the products that I've received from the Ipsy bag. Alright, and this is the makeup that we're going to be learning how to recreate today. As you can see, it's very fall inspired, using bronze and black, and very dramatic. I really loved it. So we're going to start off with a clean and moisturized face. I already have my brows done, and I'm going to begin by applying the highlighter drops that I received in my Ipsy bag, and we're going to be applying that right on the cheekbones for an additional pop of glow. And I'm also going to be mixing my foundation with just one tiny drop of the same highlighter drops from Temple, and I'm going to just be blending this into my skin with my beauty blender. Then I'm going to continue by covering my raccoon eyes, as I like to call my under eye circles. And if you want to see exactly how I cover them up, I have a video and I can leave the link down in the description box. I use the excess product that I have on my beauty blender to highlight the rest of my face, like the center of my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and my chin. And then we're going to continue by setting that with some translucent powder, and as you can see, I left quite a good amount down there because we wanted to catch any eyeshadow fallout. To contour my nose and the rest of my face, I'm actually going to be using this Laura Mercier cream contour palette, which I really have been loving for any day that I want a really dramatic contour, and as you can see, I was totally going for that today. And the brush that I'm using is by Zoeva, which is a love that I am learning to love because I didn't really like it much at the beginning, but now I am really loving it. To set the cream contour, I'm going to be using Kat Von D's Shade and Light contour palette, and the brush that I'm using is one that I've been loving as well. This is by Tarte, and it makes it so easy for you to apply bronzer or contour. Really have been loving this. To prep my eyelids for eyeshadow, I am using Lorax primer, and I'm applying that with my fingers, but I also want a dark base just on my lid, so I'm going to be using NYX Jumbo Pencil in Black Bean, and I'm only applying it, like I said, on the lid area, and then I'm blending it with a kind of like a blending brush. As you can see there, you can go back and reapply the black if you want it to be a little bit more intense. Just make sure that you don't bring it up to the crease area. This is just a darker base for the shadows that we're going to be using next. Now picking up the two lighter shades from the little Pixie palette with a 217 brush, we're going to be blending this into the crease. This is going to be our transitional shade, so you already know the drill. We're going to be blending in a windshield swiper motion right into the crease, so we're not bringing this color too high today. Now taking the darkest shade from the NYX palette, this is the Ipsy palette by NYX. We're going to be applying this just in a tap-in motion on the outer V, not really the outer V mostly. This is kind of like the outer lid area, and then we're also going to be taking it into the inner lid area. So we're going to be creating that sandwich effect, leaving the center of the lid blank. I believe that the smaller the brush that you use for this, the better, because it allows you to be a little bit more precise. So now with the brush with minimum product on it, we're going to be tracing the crease very, very lightly. So just use a light hand. So as you can see, I'm just bringing it there, just connecting the two, and then we're going to blend that with the brush that we used before. But if you want it to be even more nicely blended, it's better if you come back with a clean brush, which is what I'm going to be doing next, and just blend out the edges even more. Because remember, we're using almost black, like that shadow is practically black, and that can be a little dangerous. We don't want to look like we have a black eye, so make sure that you blend and that you apply the color a little bit of it at a time. Now I'm taking a synthetic brush and I wet it with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, and we're going to dip that into the bronzy shadow from the NYX palette. I have to tell you that I am loving this eyeshadow. I was really, really impressed. The pigmentation is amazing, and it did last me all night long. So it's really, really good. I'm so impressed. And now I'm coming back with the same brush that we applied the black shadow, and we're just kind of like blending in the bronzy color with the black color, just to make sure that we have a smooth transition between the two. With a black eyeliner, we're going to be lining our waterline and also taking it out just a little bit so that the look looks a little bit more smoked out. And with the same black eyeshadow and the same smudger brush from Real Techniques, we're going to be smudging the black eyeliner and smoking this out. And now we're just going to replicate the same thing that we did on the top part of the eye. So bringing down the bronzy shadow just in the center of the bottom lash line, and then taking the lightest shadow, it's kind of like a champagne color shadow, and we're going to be popping this into the inner corners of the eyes for a little bit of highlight. Then I actually decided to make the look a little bit more intense and dramatic. I was going for this look today. So I took a little bit of the black eyeliner on this little eyeliner brush, and I just kind of like elongated the line going into the eyes and making it straight, as you can see there, and then just blending out the edges so it can look nice and blended. I just removed the excess powder that I had underneath my eyes, and voila, no fallout. This is truly an amazing trick, especially if you're working with dark eyeshadows. Is really a must. I also went ahead and curled my lashes and applied some mascara just to prep them for falsies. Please don't forget your bottom lashes, especially if you're going to be wearing false lashes. And the lashes that I'm using today are Spiked Up by Moi Makeup Lash Bar. I have a discount code of 20% off if you're interested in buying any. The synthetic ones are already $3, so it's super cheap. And they're super easy to apply and comfortable to wear, very lightweight. For blush, I'm going to be using Warm Salt. This is truly one of my favorite blushes for fall. It's super warm, like the name says, and it gives you a beautiful sheer glow. I really love it. For the extra glow on my cheeks, I'm using Champagne Pop by Becca and Jaclyn Hill. So I'm just applying it to the highest points of my face. As you can see, I also applied a little bit to my brow bone for a little bit of highlight here. And I just went back to the root of my lashes to tap off the, like on top of the glue, just to make sure that it doesn't look shiny and it looks a little bit more natural for a darker base. On the lips, I wanted to try the lipstick that I got in my bag, which is kind of like a sherry color. It's a really beautiful color, but I wasn't feeling it for this look. So as you can see, I didn't like it much. So I went back to my comfort zone and I went for a nude color. So I'm lining first with Stripped Down by MAC, and then I'm going to be using LA Girl Splash, is it? Yeah, LA Girl Splash liquid lipstick in Gaulish. To make them a little bit more moist, I went ahead and applied a regular lipstick over it. And that is it. That is the final result. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video as well. See you guys next time. Besos. Bye-bye.